Hey, pasa familia de dinero. I'm your host, Hatra, a truck driver on the detour towards wealth, and I hope that you join us on the journey. And I just want to say congratulations to everybody that has been subscribed before 500, because we just hit the 500 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm so pumped, and we're on that journey to hit 1,000, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And it's like today is just magical, because even though I'm sick, Rigetti just out of nowhere decided to pop crazy. We're going to actually talk about the catalyst and where do I see this stock, going forward. And it's been a part of my Sunday night fantasy penny stock football. And unfortunately, it's no longer considered a penny stock. Man, to watch a stock go from like $2 to $6, it's incredible. We're going to dive into all that and more here coming up. But if you are already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. Shout out to you. And if you're new to the channel, I ask nothing from you but to sit back, relax, and hopefully you gain some knowledge. And if you decide to stick around, well, I appreciate you. And my daughter has something for everybody.
Thank you for watching, and subscribe our video and like.
And without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Rigetti's current stock chart. Okay, so I've been using Seeking Alpha as a analysis when it comes to the charts, but now finally Robinhood, which I use, and if you need a trading platform, I use Robinhood. There's a link down below to get you signed up, but I'm going to start opening up Robinhood itself and doing this evaluation. But on the year to date, we have 548%. 548%. Like, it's crazy. And to know, I bought this stock when it was kind of on the move around the $2 mark. I wish I bought it at the cent level. But if we look at the 1 day, it is up 43.06%. Now, it's still trading actively with a lot of volume, as you guys can see at the bottom row. But if we look at the week, it's been on a nice, healthy upward trajectory. Now, we have seen some pullback, and I've noticed that it's a pattern. On Friday, we go pop. On Monday, we go down. And then all of a sudden, we just hit a new consolidation period in order to kind of like not have it drop so suddenly from like some of its lows to its automatic high. So I think what the stock market is doing, the 1% is doing, is very smart. If you know the game, you can make money. Either way, it's about timing. So if you're somebody that got into the stock, let's go at the 6 month, and it was 86 cents for you, and now it's $6. You're like, hey, it is what it is. I don't really care. I don't even care if it drops down to $4 again, the $4.38 area, because you've been sitting nice. For me, $2 is, to me, I'm like, I feel safe, but not safe enough, if that makes sense. But with that being said, again, I always like to, like, in my mind, I'm like, bro, I wish I just bought a little bit more. But I'm happy with what I got. I have a portfolio now where I curated it. I haven't talked about all of my stocks. I think that I bring just enough for everybody to get on here, make money. And if you made money within Rigetti, congratulations. But why is Rigetti Computing stock gaining on Tuesday? This article came out at 11:04 a.m. It's a short read, so we'll go over it. Rigetti and Quantum Machines use AI to automate calibrations of its 9-qubit QPU, achieving near perfect accuracy. The breakthrough in AI power calibration helps overcome challenges in scaling quantum systems with thousands of qubits. I don't think you guys understand this, and I love that I documented all this because I've been talking about it. I told you that quantum computing, I didn't understand why the stocks were not going along with AI, like NVIDIA, AMD, all of these different companies. I mean, you need these machines that can, perform together. Sorry, I hit the mic again. Rigetti Computing Inc. shares the trading higher on Tuesday. The company is making significant strides in the quantum computing field with its latest AI power calibration breakthrough. In collaborations with Quantum Machines, Rigetti successfully applied artificial intelligence to automate the calibrations of its 9-qubit Novera quantum processing unit. We talked about this, achieving unprecedented accuracy and speed. This achievement was part of the AI for Quantum Calibration Challenge. Hosted at the Israel Quantum Computing Center, IQCC, and marks a major milestone for the quantum computing ecosystem. So that is fantastic. And then we also have another news release that was actually put out today. We'll open up the PDF, but Quantum Machines and Rigetti announced a successful AI powered calibration of a quantum computer. This happened today. AI powered tools from Quantum Elements and Core, I don't know what the heck this is, remotely automated the calibrations of its Rigetti QPU integrated with Quantum Machines control system, which we have talked about. And then we also have a controversial to me because I love both of these companies. But if you guys want my takes on IonQ, I did talk about IonQ on this channel, but now I'm going to move it over to Champion Trucker. That's my old, bigger channel. And we're going to be catching up to that channel. I'm going to be talking about IonQ over there, which is a large blue chip stock, but better quantum computing stock, Rigetti Computing versus IonQ. So IonQ and Rigetti stock have gained 206.4% and 344.6% respectively through December 6, 2024, reflecting surging investors' interest in quantum computing. Another key point, IonQ third quarter 2024 revenue reached 12.4 million, up 102% year over year, while Rigetti reported 2.4 million in quarterly revenue, which is with market capitalizations of 8.2 billion and 1.22 billion respectively. Both companies trade at premium valuations respective to current sales. So I'll give you guys my ideas about which one I like the most when it comes down to growth and which one shows more promise. And I'll definitely give you guys, like I said, a good breakdown between these two companies. If you're like, hey, I don't want to have too many quantum computing companies, I like to maybe have one big catalyst, I'll give you guys my idea on that. Now, to get into the article, the quantum computing industry has emerged as one of the 2024's hottest investment themes, with leading players seeing their stocks surge amid growing commercial and government interest. Industry's research firm Fortune Business Insight projects the global quantum computing market will grow from 1.16 billion in 2024 to 12.6 billion by 2032, representing a 34% or 34.8% annual growth rate. Wow. Okay, let's get into my thoughts. Honestly, let's get into it. Okay, so I like to say that I'm not probably the very first person to talk about this, but to do a breakdown and a fundamental analysis over this stock. Again, we could look at the technicals, but concurrently, we are in a market more about sentiment. Back then, you could do algorithmic trading, and typically you can do that if you have a engine or a tool that tells you, hey, this stock just popped off 10%. You might want to jump into it. It's a penny stock. It's a big blue chip stock, whatever it is. But when it comes down to me and my fundamentals of how I find these stocks, I'm going to break this down probably when memberships roll out to here, or possibly on a Patreon. And due to the fact that I'm putting it behind a paywall, it's because this will make you money. Obviously, I have already presented multiple stock options here that you can 10%, 20, 30, even doing 10 or 20 to 30, even 50, 100% on your money. It is nothing but a little bit of to give in order to get a whole lot. And I think that's doable. I pay, so I know ahead of time. With that being said, when it comes down to IonQ and RGTI, I'm going to tell you primarily my thoughts on RGTI because I'm going to do a huge breakdown video possibly on my main or my bigger channel, Champion Trucker. But when it comes down to RGTI, I do like how they are, and I already said this, in the medical field. They do a lot of things within that field. They do a lot of things within the government. And so for me, I'm like, okay, that's good. Now, IonQ has its benefits. Don't get me wrong, some huge benefits that I personally like, and that's why I have both. But RGTI, if you're looking at growth, look at the price of IonQ and look at the price of Rigetti. Right now, granted, IonQ has a lot more partners that are more commercially known, and that's something to take into consideration. RGTI, I think, is in its growth stage. I think that IonQ is a teenager right now, possibly a little bit younger than a teenager. And so when I look at RGTI, I look at it as like, okay, it's a toddler. It's just now starting to kind of walk. Now, I'm not saying that these companies are by all means 100% comparison to that. I'm just saying in the price, does it have room to start to walk, to then maybe jog and then run? And then maybe by that time, maybe it's back at a jog. I think that IonQ has substantial amount of growth, but it's right now at a jog. Maybe it's been running super fast for right now, and it needs time to kind of like settle down, find its price point, and then take another run. Rigetti has plenty of movement to, you know, go up a lot. And I think that the price, to me, not financial advice nor am I a crystal ball, I think that for me, getting into this at this price point is a lot better when it hits 20, when it hits 30, when it hits 40, when it hits 100. As they said, there is going to be a 34.8% prediction that it's within the quantum space, quantum computing space, that it's going to grow that much. And I think quantum computing is severely undervalued, because if you want AI, you're going to need the computing power in order for it to actually propel to the next level. So to me, Rigetti, it just makes sense. It makes sense to me as to why I like the price point. I still think that $6 for this, and even though earlier this year it was 84 cents, I don't know why it was 84 cents. I think that it's stupid, to be honest. That was a stupid sale right there, because quantum computing, in my mind, of course, it has room to grow. I think that there's going to be a point where it just jogs. It won't fall off. I think that it's here to stay. Maybe possibly having revolutionizing technology within that field. We'll see where it goes, but I like what I'm getting now. And that's the most important part about it all. What do you like getting now? And finding those opportunities. Like I said, when I'm prepared to give you guys value, and it'll probably be memberships, you'll get a live stream. On top of that, you'll get live streams, you'll get an ebook, you'll get a whole bunch of stuff. I don't like just to roll things out without a full plan. One of the things in the very first product that I ever released was the fantasy penny stock football. And I could have been an individual that created this thing and never used it. I use it every week, and it has been one of the best tools that I've ever handmade, or I guess computer made, that I've ever used in order to keep track of my biggest winners and my biggest losers. And the moment that I step back and notice, okay, my team is not working, time to cut people off my roster, is the moment that I turned around and I started winning. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you stick around. If you're already subscribed, shout out to you. And also, if you're new, I hope that you made it to this point. Let me know, guys, down below, what is your biggest winners of the day, of the week, or of the month? And I might, take a look into it. Are there any kind of stocks that you're most interested about? Let me know, and I'll catch all of you in the next one. Familia de Dinero. Peace.